Yeah, I was watching Kino Casino the other day.
Yeah.
And they did like a 20-minute Johnny segment. If you want to check it out, you can. It was it was actually pretty
I'll have
funny.
to go look at it. Yeah, I heard about it. I haven't looked at it yet.
So they're playing, and look, they started from a reasonable point. They were talking about me, like having a personal moment on the show, and then they were showing your face, and they go, Johnny looks like he wants to either kill Aaron or he couldn't give up about anything that's going on right now. Meanwhile, Aaron's laying out this intricate thing. And that led to nothing but like handicap jokes for like 20 minutes. They were going to play a clip of the show and analyze it for their program. Like, here's the revelations that Aaron put out there with this Keanu thing and all this. And they just focused on you looking like you could give up and then started making cripple jokes. And I'll tell you this, I was mad. I was mad watching it. And I'll tell you why. I was excited to watch a segment about me.
I was mad because they were because they were talking about you.
And
this is supposed to be about me.
I'm watching it live, so it's really late, and I got to go to bed. I got a show in the morning, and I'm like, I want to watch the Aaron segment. I'd love to see the Aaron segment. I want to see what they say about me. And it just turns into nothing but Johnny cripple jokes the entire time. And I'm like, what are we doing
Once again,
here?
Johnny's handcapping Aaron.
So I'm just sitting there watching Kino Casino, and I'm like, all right, that's another cripple joke. That's great. Wonderful. And again, I will say they were having positively a wonderful time. They were having they were having a gas on the casino with the whole deal. So then they start going over the clip that they were going to go over, the 1 or 2 minute clip, and they keep interrupting it every 10 seconds to do more cripple jokes from their chat. And I'm sitting here going, God, like I'm yelling at the TV. SP and I are watching Kino because we both love the show. And we're watching it, and I'm yelling at them. I'm like, guys, you're going to miss the clip. They literally go through the entire clip, didn't listen to a word I said. It was just cripple. It was handicap and cripple jokes the entire time. And I sat there. I literally turned it off after that and went to bed.
You're welcome.
That was it.
You're welcome.
I just wanted to hear about myself. I just wanted to hear what the general vibe was.
I'm sorry.
And they just made fun of you being handicapped the entire time.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Sam Show says they were so mean, it was great. Look, I'm sure I would have found it funny if I wasn't, begging for attention. That's all. That Kino Casino clip I mentioned, if you want to go check that out, you can. They were talking about, all the Keanu stuff and all of that. And, I'm checking on things over the weekend, and people are talking about Keanu and all of Keanu's revelations and all that. And then, of course, the accusation becomes, well, she's just doing it for this reason.
Right.
Is that, well, she's, talking about... I will say in defense of Keanu. And then when I do this part, when I go in defense of Keanu, everyone goes, Aaron, don't you trust them again. Aaron, don't you put them back on the show again. Look, I love talking about everything. I'm not one of these guys who goes, drama is bad, politics is bad, talking about the news is bad. I think all of it's interesting. I wouldn't talk about something if it wasn't interesting. And I find this fascinating. Look, man, one thing I like doing, because I went through hell this year, and I put myself through a lot of it, but I also went through a hell afterwards of getting everything right, telling the truth about everything, and people doubting me. And that really pissed me off. Like, it's really frustrating to be laying it all out there and then watching shit you said come true or like be revealed publicly as fact, and then have people still go, well, I'm not so sure. So one of the reasons I like this Keanu stuff that's coming out now is not because, we're going to be pals and we're going to be chumming and they're going to be back on the show again. I ain't got no money to give these people. It's more so that I'm like, here's someone who dedicated show after show after show to what they thought of me. And to
Right.
have them turn and go, oh my God, he was right. Oh my God, I got all these things wrong. And it's really like this. That feels good to me. That feels good to anybody. You know, anytime you're vindicated like that, it feels really, really good. So I've been following this Keanu thing intently. You know, one thing I found really interesting is there's these girls who do this show, and God damn it, I always forget it. And they've had Keanu on their show before, and they've kissed her ass when she was anti-steel toe. And their big criticism of me was like, oh, after this, Aaron went and did a bunch of interviews, went on a bunch of other shows. And, that criticism is, fine. That's totally okay. But then I saw that the people on that show, and this is very small, this is like BYB level show. This weekend, that show is going on a bunch of other shows and doing this media press tour. And it's not even about something they're involved in. It's about Keanu. So Keanu is talking about her life, and Keanu is talking about, and I will say this in defense of Keanu. People say clout chasing, all this stuff. Keanu is genuinely concerned. It's a monstrous situation that has been revealed to her. And she is telling the truth 100%. And Keanu's just concerned about a friend and doesn't know what the fuck to do because she doesn't feel her friend's going to wake up and see reality for what it is. So Keanu is genuinely concerned. And then these women go on and they start going on this tour. And not like a tour I was going on, talking about my own life and talking about this wild, fascinating story that I had.
They're going on a cluck and hen tour.
They're going on a cluck and hen tour to talk about some other bitch while they're like, oh, she's doing it for, like, it's not a good look if you're going to go, oh, so-and-so's doing it for clout. Oh, so-and-so's doing all this show. And then you do more shows than they do.
About them.
That kind of makes you look like a disingenuous cunt. No offense. Male or female. It would make you look like a disingenuous. And by the way, I have no problem with clout chasing. There's nothing wrong with clout chasing. But you can't clout chase and then criticize someone else for clout chasing. You can't watch someone talk about something they're involved in and then criticize it while you then go do the same thing they're doing, only you don't have the rationale of it happening to you. You're going on other people's shows to talk about other people who go on other people's shows.
This victim is just going on all these shows to do clout chasing. Yes, you heard it here first on Fox 5 from a witness of that horrible crime.
Right.
Wait a minute, what?
Right. At that point, you're not really doing a show and you're not really a personality. You're just the lady with curlers in her hair talking to the headline news when they come into the neighborhood. You're not a show. You're not a participant. You're an eyewitness.
Keanu's really worried about a friend. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, you're Sweet Brown at that point. All right, let's say, see people in the chat. Aaron's going to get backstabbed again. Aaron's going to, guys, you got to put this in the proper perspective. There's no backstabbing going on because there's no like big friendship or anything. Literally in life in general, when someone comes to you and says they're sorry, they got it wrong, you can't be the kind of prick who stares at him and goes, yeah, right. Like old me would have done that. And old me made a lot of bad decisions.
Name one.
I can't, I have to pick one. We'll literally be here all day because I won't be able to figure it out. So, to me, if someone comes to you and goes, oh my, like, I love hearing, we got it wrong, you were right, we apologize. I love hearing that so much, after everything that went on, that I'm like, all is forgiven, you're fine. Like, forgive and don't forget. And people are so, they need drama. And it is, here's my thing. People will say they don't want to hear about drama. They don't like drama. But anytime there is any, they latch onto it. And they want to talk about it and have an opinion. It's like, well, that's being part of drama. And so I go, thank you very much. I appreciate that you admit you were wrong, that I got all this stuff right. It feels good because I drove myself crazy, almost gaslighting myself. And they go, don't you go get back into business with them. They're just going to stab you in the back. It's like, it's not about stabbing in the back. It's not about being buddies again. It's about people who said really shitty, untrue things about you, walking it back very publicly. Everyone seems to think this is Survivor. Everyone seems to think it's pro wrestling. And I get that. A lot of you watch pro wrestling shows. No offense. Like really gay pro wrestling shows. And so you see everything through that lens. This is not an alliance. This is not there was some, think about this. In Keanu.
This isn't even wife swapping.
Right, yeah, exactly. You have someone in Keanu who is so worried about her friend that she reached out to someone that she really did dirty and admitted that she did them dirty and admitted that she did something wrong. And to me, like, you would be the biggest prick in the world if you didn't acknowledge that and discuss that with that person,
Mm-hmm.
But then you tell people that and they're still not, like, I look at the chat now, they're still not getting the point I'm making. Because they're like, don't you be friends, they're going to stab you in the back. Nobody's getting close enough to anyone to stab anyone in the back. Like, it's amazing. Like, people go, don't get involved in drama. Don't get involved in drama. Yet I'm the one here downplaying the drama that they're create. Like, you guys want this to be a drama while at the same time saying, stay away from drama. I'm trying to tell you there is no drama from my end. There's none.
We've come to terms, guys. We're good.
I just thought it was really incredible that people were saying things like, Keanu was genuinely concerned about her friend, still is. It's interesting because everyone has that moment in their life where they have a friend that's in trouble and they go, what do I do? And sometimes they pull a desperate move out of the hat to see if it'll shake shit up.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. It's interesting to watch. And I also liked watching people be complete hypocrites in their criticisms. They're just doing this for clout while I go on 8 shows.
To tell that.
To talk about that. Yeah, exactly.